And I'm going to take you to our whiteboard now. Now, this is an interactive space which everyone can dive into and add notes to. At the moment, when you zoom out like this, it looks quite busy, but actually you can zoom in to a very close level of detail. I mean, I'll take you right in here, and you can see how close you can get in. And these spaces are where we'd like you to drop your thoughts and comments about these questions and any other issues that feel live and important to you to raise. So this is the main tool that we want to use to gather your input. It takes a little bit of getting used to. So what I'm going to do is just demonstrate a few things to you, and then we'll give you the link, and we'll all have a bit of a play and see how it feels. Okay, so what I'm just going to demonstrate is some tips for using Mural. Now, to get a sticky note, if you click on this top left corner, you can drag the sticky note onto the page, and as soon as you've done it, you can start writing in it. I'll zoom in on that, and you can see. And the more you write, text just fills the space. And that will carry on. You can put quite a lot of words into that. And you can also expand it so it's legible for other people. But please don't make your notes too large, or they'll block out space for others. So it's just about finding a way of positioning your note, and you can drag it around. You can edit it just by double clicking on it and start again. And you can also delete it if you feel you don't want to put it up after all. So you can put your name on it if you want to, that's fine. But equally, if you want to just make it an anonymous comment, that's also fine. We have got a data statement here about how we're going to use this data, and you can withdraw your comments at any point. So let's just take a look at some of the issues that we're raising here. We've got one box here about the different assumptions that underpin the project, and we're asking you to look at these and tell us what you think. What do you think about the principle of working with nature? So it's this complete open space really for you to dive in and help us work out what's important. This one about timescale is very important because this sets out how we are planning the program of developing the blueprint, starting with our launch today through 6 monthly forum gatherings with work happening in between. So these are the main steps: agreeing our vision, agreeing the priorities, and then the final blueprint in spring of 22. We're giving ourselves a lot of time because it is a complex area of work and a lot of different moving parts need to be fitted together. Here we've got that slide that Stephen showed earlier from our September policy workshop. And again, we're very conscious that that will not have been a comprehensive picture of all the relevant local plans and community plans and ambitions that exist. And so we want to please use this space to tell us about other areas of work that are happening that we've missed. And likewise, in terms of our audiences that we're working with, we've got an initial picture here of quite a range of different groups, but again, we haven't got everybody, and we are interested in specifically in some of these groups that we think we are a bit light on involvement and representation. And this section is all about how we're going to work together. We're thinking that we're going to need working groups, but what should they be geographical? Should they be about different themes? This isn't a comprehensive list of themes by any means. And how do people want to, are there other ways to get involved other than just through working groups? What other ideas do people have? So I'm running fairly briefly here through it because we'll give you a chance to play in a minute. And then what communication tools do people like to use? What do you feel comfortable with? If we are meeting with social distancing in place and not being able to meet in person, what works for people? So that's a bit of a flavour for now. Here's a general car park area for other things. And this orange box just summarises that information I was saying earlier about the other different opportunities to engage with the project. So I am going to, well, I can't see the chat at the moment, so could one of the other members of the team share the mural link on the chat, and hopefully everyone can pick that up. When you log on, you will be asked to create a visitor profile as an option. You don't have to. By default, you will get something like visiting, you'll be a sea lion, or well, you won't be a sea lion because we've got one already, but you'll be a ram, or
you'll be assigned an arbitrary animal that does not in any way reflect your personality or anything else about you. It's completely random, so don't be offended.
Absolutely right. So yes, we can see people starting to log in here.
I think just as also Dominic, just to say as well, if you zoom in on the yellow sticky note there that you can see on the top of your screen, I think a really important part of Mural is that you can see what everyone else is doing. So that's a note that I added. And if everyone's internet connection is okay, then you'll see what they're doing live. So it's an exciting tool. Please feel free to start exploring it. And I think another thing as well, Dominic, which is just the box that's there about managing the mural, is just this is a completely shared and open space. So please be respectful to each other, and keep things friendly even where you disagree. Please don't try and delete or interfere with other people's things.